Hey guys, we've had reports today about the possibility of Barcelona trying to sign Mo Salah. Now, I will start by saying that considering the source, which is Sport, a newspaper from Barcelona, and that these news are just being reported by one source in Sport, which I personally don't believe in very much because they're constantly making stuff up. I personally don't believe that Barcelona is necessarily going after Salah. However, in this video, I will be giving you the 3 reasons why I think Barcelona should actually go for Mo Salah and why it would be a fantastic signing for Barcelona. Now, Mo Salah has been one of the best players in the last decade, in particular in the last 7 years or so. Since he arrived at Liverpool pretty much, he has had tremendous numbers in terms of goals and assists. He's an incredibly hard worker in the press and just a fantastic player overall and also a very likable guy. I'm going to start by taking a look here at his stats last season. So let's start by taking a look here at Mo Salah's stats this season. As we can see here, he's played 15 games and had 9 goals and 7 assists in just over 1,100 minutes. 16 goal contributions in 1,100 minutes. That is a really, really great start. I mean, these numbers are comparable to the numbers that Rafinha and Lamine Yamal have been putting up this season, some of the best in Europe. Looking at last season as well, we can see that he had, hold on, let's wait for it to load. So we can see here, last season he had 14 games, 25 goals, 14 assists. That's a total of 39 goal contributions in 3,100 minutes, which, just doing some mental math here, is probably around a goal contribution every 60 or 70 minutes, which is absolutely insane. I mean, these are extremely outstanding numbers. So even though he's 32 and he would be 33 by next season, it still looks like Mo Salah is not slowing down. He's definitely one of the best attacking players in the world. And even though maybe he's not the youngest guy, right, as opposed to Nico Williams, that is 24, I think, 23 maybe. So Mo Salah is 8 years older, but he's still playing at an extremely high level. And I think that if Salah continues to put in the effort, he can still be one of the top players in the world for at least the next 2 or 3 years, which is why if Barcelona signed him, we would be getting a top world-class player for sure. So now let's go ahead and assess if this would actually be a good signing for Barcelona. And to do that, I want to start by taking a look at Barca's situation. Our attacking trio currently is performing extremely well, right? At right wing, we have Lamine Yamal. At left wing, we have Rafinha, and they're both performing at an outstanding level. So a lot of people might make the claim that Barca right now really does not need another winger, even though we all know that during the preseason, Barca was trying to sign Nico Williams, which would have been a very, not an extremely expensive player because he does have a release clause around 50 million or so. It has been rumored. So maybe it wouldn't be that expensive, but it would still be a lot more expensive than bringing Salah on a free transfer. So let's go into the 3 reasons why I think Barca should sign Salah. First, he would be an excellent fit. Under Klopp, he played in a very similar style of play where he used to put tremendous amount of effort defensively, pressing opposing defenses to recover the ball quickly, also playing in the right wing position, right? Scoring a crazy amount of goals. And I think that in Flick's football, which has a lot in common with Klopp's always being very vertical, doing the counter press, I think Salah would be a fantastic fit in Hansi Flick's schemes. The second reason why I think Barca should go for Salah is that he would be coming on a free transfer as opposed to having to pay 50 million or so for a player like Nico Williams. As we all know, Barca is in a limited financial situation, so even though I do think that Nico Williams would be a fantastic signing for Barca, saving those 50 million and bringing in a player who is arguably just as good, if not better, and honestly, I would argue that as of now, Salah is still better than Nico Williams, right? We'd be able to add that amount of talent in our attacking line without spending 50 million. And we also have to consider Robert Lewandowski is 36. And although he's still at a great level, he's going to need a replacement. If not for next season, then most likely the next. And if we sign Salah on a free transfer instead of spending 50 to 60 million on Nico Williams, that's money that we can spend on a striker. Hey, hopefully Haaland, maybe that's wishful thinking, and some might disagree, some might not want Haaland to come to Barcelona. But if we want to bring a top striker, we're probably going to have to spend somewhere over 100 million euros. Unless we don't go for one of the top strikers in the world. And obviously, in addition to Haaland, there's other players like Jokic, who might cost a bit less, but he's still going to cost a lot of money. So if we save what Nico Williams would cost and put that toward a striker, that's going to allow us to bring more talent while still having a player like Salah available during the next 2 to 3 years. And the third reason why I think Barca should go for Salah is that he would really be a first-class backup. In an ideal world where players don't get injured, I would say maybe we don't need him, because having Salah just coming off the bench every game might not be the best use of a player like him, considering he probably would require a high salary. However, injuries are almost always guaranteed to happen at some point. If Lamine gets injured, well, with Salah we have a perfect replacement so that we can have an attacking trio of Salah, Lewandowski, and Rafinha. If Rafinha gets injured, Salah could play on that left wing. Now, I know that's not something he's used to doing at Liverpool, but let's remember Rafinha was also opposed to playing on the left wing until Flick convinced him, and he's been putting up the best numbers of his career. So if Rafinha's been able to skyrocket his performance level playing on that left wing, it's very possible that Salah could still perform at a very solid level. Maybe not at his best, but I'm sure he would still be able to get some really good numbers under Flick's scheme. So these are the three reasons why I think Barca should go for Mo Salah. Let me know your thoughts in the comments if you agree or disagree, and if you want to be seeing more videos like that, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. I'll see you guys next time.